Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to English Football Club Barcelona, your Barcelona channel in English. Well, yesterday we had our match against Dinamo Kiev, a match that, even though Lucescu said it's the best Barca I've seen this season, for me, I think it's the same Barca we've seen these weeks, but a Barca without depth, without ideas, with the same problems. I think this match, if we don't count on Dembele and Ansu Fati, it will be the same match as always, losing many chances or having many chances and scoring after 100 shots and playing without being us. And now I'm going to explain this. Okay, anyway, let's start to talk about this match. So without more delay, let's start. Well, as I told you the other day, as I told you yesterday, we had the match against Dinamo Kiev at 9 p.m. in Spain, etc. Okay, in Europe. Well, in Europe, it depends where. And then we were playing in Ukraine with this starting 11. We had Ter Stegen on the goal. Then we had Eric Garcia and Lenglet. I told you that Araujo could play, but seeing that he was injured and Lenglet, he was still training for a long time. So it's normal that finally Lenglet was the other midfield, the other center back. Then we had Mingueza and Jordi Alba. In this case, Mingueza lately, I don't like how he's performing much. I think last year he was a bit more determinant defensively, even though he saved some chances yesterday. He has a lack of depth. Actually, it's not his fault. Actually, if you remember, Mingueza is not exactly a right back. He's a center back, so it's not his fault not to be depth at the player or to not being able to dribble some players because it's not in his skills. And we feel that lack really, because for example, when you see Alba, he receives the ball, sometimes he goes and cross the ball very well, but Mingueza, he needs everything to be clear and to be able to cross it, and that's a problem for us. Anyway, later we had Busquets, Nico, and De Jong. De Jong came back from that injury. Actually, yesterday performed match, not the best ever, but not that bad, even though his participation was sometimes not that good. And finally, we had Ansu Fati, Memphis, and at the end we had Gavi. And why Gavi and not Des this time? Well, thinking that Des is not exactly a goal player with goal, and that Gavi can perform well in that position. I understand Sergi Barjuan decided to do that, risking our depth for having a player who has goal. No, the problem is that we became to play something like that. It was not, even though I read it's a 4-3-3, we were playing like a 4-1-3-2 or 4-4-2, something like that. What happened, it was that Gavi got the ball, Memphis opened a bit to the center, and then Ansu Fati opened a bit to the left, and then Gavi just introduced, and then we have that, and Gavi was helping Mingueza to get on the right. As I said, Mingueza has that problem of not being able to have depth. So strategically, you can give Gavi the ball, you can dribble players better than Mingueza, leave Mingueza open as a wing, and then give the ball to cross it. It's a solution, but it's not exactly what we expected. Actually, when Gavi left and Dembele came and we started playing with the 4-3-3, Dembele showed how well he performed. Actually, for me, it was a great player yesterday, and I always complain about Dembele, but yesterday he played quite well. And I think the image of the match was this one. Okay, for me, this was the image. Ansu Fati recovered that almost played whole match, 80 minutes. Later, he was substituted by Balde, a decision that I don't really understand. I don't understand why Balde is playing as a wing, as I don't understand when Guess was a wing. But well, it's all right. Both of them have that depth that we need as a wing, but the price that they don't have goal. So anyway, Ansu Fati's match was not that bad actually. He played quite well. He tried. He has chances. As a wing, he performed properly. I think it's not the best Ansu Fati we saw, but at the end, he was the one who gave us the goal. But there are things that I'm worried about. There are things that, for example, a team as a Dinamo de Kiev, which is not exactly one of the strongest in the Champions League. I'm not saying it's a bad team. I'm saying it's not the favorite. Actually, they are the last ones. They cannot qualify already for anything. Well, if they win to Bayern and they win to Benfica and Barcelona wins Benfica, so they may get in the UEFA Cup, I think it's called. But if not, it's impossible for this team to get further this stage. No, but the problem is that they got many chances, really too many for what I think. They had too many chances, and they were able to score 3 or 4 goals. If it's not because they're staying, it's true that they were playing to the counter-attack because, of course, when Barcelona had the ball, they just tried to defend and to receive the last goals as possible and then go open and score. But they were not playing exactly with. Sometimes they were playing with a 4-4-2. They were not even playing with a 5-3, 5-4-1 or 5 or 4-1-4-5-1. They were playing with a 4-4-2 sometimes, or even sometimes I saw 4-3-3, and that was, in my opinion, quite dangerous because they made our match really complicated. And in some moments of the match, we didn't have the ball at all. I mean, we won, but we didn't control the match. We were not dominating. Even though the possession was 60% against 40, the match, we control it sometimes, and that's dangerous because if you want to, that's something that we expect that with Xavi changes, because with Xavi, the Barcelona should have the ball. Actually, our system should be go, enjoy, and have the ball. Because if you don't have the ball, you will not enjoy because you will be running after the ball all the time, and that's not what we want. No. They had many chances. The first chance of the match was Barcelona's. Yes, Memphis Depay had another chance. He had like 3 or 4. Sadly, he didn't score. But after that, they arrived like 3 or 4 times. Some of them even alone. Well, alone. They dribble our players, and they were alone against Ter Stegen. Sometimes they even did our matches. They did our plays, like give the ball to another player, pass back to the first player who moved to the goal, and then arrived and shot. And for moments, I was really afraid of what's going on here, because I was seeing a Barcelona that was not able to face a team like Dinamo Kiev. Really bad match. I'm reading in some newspapers saying like, I mean, bad match. No, we won, but we don't want as we want to win. No? Like we should control the match too, and it's not exactly Bayern Munich. I was reading that I was reading that some newspapers are saying like, is this the moment to change the dynamic? I really don't think so. As far as I saw yesterday, Barcelona, I see the same problems, the same mistakes and everything the same as always. And I think we need to improve much better. That's what we've seen. The goal of Barcelona was Ansu Fati's. Ansu Fati's goal, he just found the ball, shot. Goalkeeper was not able to stop it, and then Ansu Fati had before received a penalty. Well, not exactly a penalty. I mean, the referee said penalty, and later he corrected. It was right. The correction was right. It's Ansu Fati who's going to hit the ball, but he hits the player. No, the player doesn't hit him, doesn't put the foot, Ansu Fati doesn't have even the ball yet. So it was a challenge, Ansu Fati hit the player, and then the referee confused. He said penalty at the end. He said the VAR may say like, no, you're wrong, it's not penalty. But anyway, the referee, we were helped a bit too. There was a corner for Dinamo that they didn't give them when they shot. Ter Stegen stopped the ball. Ter Stegen that they did a great match. Locked the ball, but caught the ball when it was a bit outside already. There was another ball in that throw in. Sorry, that it was for them, and they gave to Barcelona. So well, the Pena actually he complained a lot about that action. Well, that's what we got. So actually, that movement with the hands like this is because of Agüero. I read it before. It's a dedication for Kun Agüero, and this is how the qualification is at this moment. Barcelona now it depends on itself. Benfica 4 points, Bayern 12 points, then 3 points with Benfica 4 points, and Dinamo 1 point. We still depend on ourselves, but we need to win against Benfica in the Camp Nou next week, if I'm not wrong, because if not, we may lose our chances and we will not depend on that. If Benfica win us, they will get 7 points, and then Benfica will face Dinamo, that supposedly they will win, but last time they drew. And Barcelona will face Bayern, a Bayern that for me is the favorite. Now they won yesterday to Benfica 5-2, so they are incredibly effective. And that's all by the moment. I have some news to talk to you later, but that will be in another video. So enjoy the day. Enjoy the day. Yeah. I hope you like the video, and see you in the next one. Bye.